Today's recipe is curry spicy prawn with coconut rice. Hello, welcome back to Creative's Kitchen, and today we are going to cook you some curry spicy prawn with coconut rice. So first we are going to cook our coconut rice, and we have 2.5 cups of water in our pan, and we're going to add to this water a tin of coconut milk. And also we're going to cook 2 cups of rice with this water. Very simple and easy recipe to cook. So now here is a tin of coconut milk I'm using in the rice, and this is our coconut milk. We're going to pour this coconut milk into the water, which make that about 3.5 cups of water. Rinse your coconut tin with a small amount of water and add that in the pan. Also, we're going to add some garlic and some garlic, which is 2 cloves of garlic, into the coconut water. Next, we're going to add a teaspoon of salt in the coconut milk. If you're not allowed to take salt, you don't have to put any salt in this recipe. It is delicious without salt. As our pot is boiling, we are going to wash our rice and add to the coconut milk. So now we are going to add 2 cups of washed basmati rice in our coconut milk. Remember, turn this on a very low flame to steam, or else it will burn. At the side of my pan, I start to get a bit of burn or scorch already because of the coconut milk. It burns easily, so make sure you have it at a very low flame. In the rice, our next ingredient will be some fresh basil. We're going to chop some fresh basil leaf when it's close to cooking, and we're going to add this basil leaf in the pot with our rice and coconut milk. That will give it a lovely flavor. Here is the fresh basil leaf. Just chop them finely and add them to the rice. We are going to add 1 tablespoon of butter into our rice. That give it a nice buttery and tasty flavor with the coconut milk. After adding our butter, we stir with our spoon for a few seconds. Then we are going to cover with our lid and leave to steam on a very low flame. Small burner, low flame. Keep checking every 5 minutes to make sure it's not sticking in the pan. So as we're going to leave this to cover, leave it to steam and keep checking on it every 5 minutes to make sure it's not burning. If you can turn the flame lower, make sure you do so. Now we are checking on our rice to see if it's finished cooked, and as our rice is now cooked, we're adding our chopped fresh basil to the rice, and you're gonna mix that into your rice to let the rice take the nice basil flavor from the basil, because the rice is very hot. So as you mix this in, it will get that nice basil taste with that lovely coconut flavor. Then you're gonna leave this to rest, put the lid on, cover, taste to see how it is. Then you're gonna put your lid on and cover your pan and leave it to rest to take the fume from that basil. And as we're about to do that, we're gonna get our prawn. We are going to get our prawn ready to cook. So here we have 320 grams of king prawn. They are not cooked, they are raw prawn, 320 grams in this plate here. We already wash our prawn with some lime and they are already clean. So we are about to season our prawn with some seasoning before we start to cook it. So let's season our prawn with our seasoning, jar seasoning. So we're going to add some garlic powder to this, about a teaspoonful of garlic powder. We're going to add some seafood seasoning, which 1.5 teaspoons of seafood seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We are going to massage all herb into this. Also, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. And we're just gonna, then you take your hand and rub all the seasoning into the prawn so that the flavor get into the prawn. Here we have some whole grain allspice, otherwise known as pimento in the Caribbean. This will give the prawn a lovely flavor, so you add this all or you grind if you 3 teaspoonfuls of curry powder, and just mix this in with your spoon or your hand. Now we are going to add 1 tablespoonful of olive oil into our pan, and we're going to cook our prawn. Let's cook our prawn. So now you add your prawn to your pan, and as long as the oil is hot, and start mixing. So now we add the prawn to, and slowly mix and keep mixing. Do not add any other ingredients until you see your prawn start turning pink. So you keep stirring that on the heat until it starts turning pink. You know your prawn is cooking then. Make sure all the prawn is sit in the bottom of the pan. Don't need a lot of oil, just a small amount. Now that our prawns start to cook, we're gonna add our rest of ingredients to the prawn. So you leave this to cook for about 3 minutes, so 3.5 minutes. Now that the prawn almost cooked, we are going to add our garlic and our other ingredients. So first you add your garlic and you add pepper, which is Scotch bonnets. Make sure you mix that in, then add your onion and give that a mix as well. And then add your bell pepper and continue to mix as you add your bell pepper. So now that we're adding all the chopped seasoning into the prawn, just continue to mix. Let all that flavor from the chopped herb soaked into your prawn, and keep mixing until everything is thoroughly mixed in and your chopped vegetables start sweating or start cooking. Now we add some more garlic powder. When the chopped vegetables looks like they're cooking, then we're going to get 40 ml of water and add to this. Our curry spicy garlic prawn look delicious and tasty. As everything is look so lovely and ready, we're gonna add 40 ml of water. So this is 30 ml and we're gonna add another 10 ml to the prawn. But before we add that, just keep mixing and make sure the water get everywhere. Please do not leave the pan on its own. We are going to add our next 10 ml of water to the prawn. Here we had our 10 ml of water, so that's all the water we need, and we continue to mix. Mix until everything is cooked for another minute or minute and a half, then remove from the flame. Now that our prawn is cooked, ready, look at it, really delicious, juicy and tasty, lovely spicy curry garlic prawn. I know you will love this recipe. especially with that lovely nice shelly coconut rice. Oh my god, with that lovely basil flavor. It's a lovely combination. Don't miss out on cooking this recipe. It's delicious. And while you're here watching me, while you're here cooking with me, don't forget to turn the thumbs up and subscribe. So now that our prawn is cooked, look at this juicy, mouth-watering, delicious flavor. We're going to remove it from the flame. It's ready to serve. Just have a great look. Ain't that looking lovely, my darling? Ain't that a lovely taste to just sit down and have a lovely family meal? This prawn goes for four, a family of four. So it's a really an Now the prawn is finished. Here is our coconut rice and coconut basil rice and our spicy curry prawn, garlic prawn. So now we are going to plate our rice and our prawn into a plate. We're going to plate them out now for serving. So, oh my god, this is lovely. It is nice. And I really hope you try this recipe. So now that we're plating our rice, we're going to plate our prawn. And as we go ahead and plate our lovely, tasty, juicy, delicious prawn. Mouth watering. Yes. So as we plate our delicious, juicy, tasty prawn and coconut rice meal. Look at that, just ready to eat, mouth-watering, great for the families. My darling, I hope you enjoy this lovely meal and your family. Thanks for all your support and thanks for watching. If you enjoy this coconut rice and spicy curry prawn, please send me your comment and don't forget to subscribe. If you are new to this channel, welcome. And I hope you enjoy cooking coconut rice and prawn with me today. Enjoy. Great recipe. Easy to cook.